In the morning, I checked the balance. Minus $450,000. And then, as if the universe was mocking me, I received the message. "Thanks for the house and the car, Mom. Thanks." I stared at the screen. My thumb hovered over her name. Clara. My daughter. My only child. And I smiled, because my dear daughter didn't know who that card really belonged to. 2 years ago, I would have cried. I would have begged her to explain, to undo whatever mess she'd made. But that version of me died the day she chose him over me. Ethan, the man I called my husband. The man who taught her how to play me. I remember the first time Ethan walked into my life. He was charming, the kind that knows exactly when to look at you, when to laugh, when to make you believe you're the only person in the room. And I fell for it, hard. He used to say, "You make me feel safe, Ava." I didn't know then that safe meant predictable. That every word I said, every password I shared, every signature I wrote was a piece of ammunition he was collecting. When Clara turned 21, she changed. No more Sunday visits, no more late-night calls. Ethan became her mentor. I thought it was sweet, father and daughter bonding. But what I didn't know was that the mentorship was financial, strategic, targeted. They opened accounts behind my back, used my credentials, slowly drained me. Not in one clean cut, no, they were smarter than that. It was death by 1,000 small transactions. The day I discovered it, I didn't scream, I didn't throw things. I simply stared at the statement, the numbers, and the names. Then I poured myself a glass of wine, sat by the window, and whispered, "Thank you, Ethan. You finally taught me how to play." I spent months rebuilding what they destroyed, not emotionally, but strategically. I hired silence, lawyers, forensic accountants, one very expensive hacker. I traced the money, every cent. And when I found where it went, an offshore account under a shell company, I smiled. Because I'd set it up myself years ago. It used to be mine. Still was, technically. All I had to do was move the funds to a card with Clara's name on it. A card connected to a business I no longer owned. A business under investigation. When she made the withdrawal, all $450K of it, the system did exactly what it was designed to do. It flagged her for financial fraud and froze everything tied to her name. House, car, account, all gone. The next morning she texted me, "Thanks for the house and the car, Mom. Thanks." I smiled because I knew what was coming. By noon, her accounts were locked. By evening, her so-called father, my ex-husband, called me in panic. "What did you do, Ava?" I told him the truth, calmly. "I did exactly what you taught me. I planned ahead." The next day she was at my door, mascara running down her face, trembling hands clutching her phone. "Mom, please, they froze everything. They're saying it's money laundering." I looked at her the same way she once looked at me when she lied about her first stolen dollar. Cold. Calculated. "Who's they, Clara?" "The bank, the police. I didn't know, I swear. I just used the card you gave me." I tilted my head, almost pitying her. "No, sweetheart, that card wasn't mine." Her eyes widened, realization slicing through her. "It was his?" I nodded once, and in that silence, I saw her world collapse. Ethan disappeared that night, transferred his remaining assets to crypto, fled the country. Clara was left to deal with the aftermath. Investigations, debt, public shame. Exactly what they left me with, only amplified. But I didn't press charges. I didn't need to. Sometimes revenge isn't about punishment. It's about exposure. Let them drown in their own design. Now I sit by that same window. The balance restored. The house quiet. Her last message still sits unopened on my phone. Mom, please, I need help. But I don't reply. Because she made her choice, and I made mine. Justice doesn't always come from the courts. Sometimes it comes from the silence after a message sent too soon. In the morning, I checked the balance, minus $450,000. But by the next morning, I had something far more valuable back: control.